Hi, everybody. It's Molly, one of the occupational therapy students here at ASF. And for this presentation, I wanted to take some time to talk about healthy eating. Before we get started, please turn your attention to the picture I have here. What I really like about this picture is that it reminds me of a rainbow. Some advice that I've gotten throughout my entire life is eat the rainbow. Make sure that the foods you're eating are from a variety of colors. So when you sit down and look at your meal, make sure you have your tans, your browns, so your grains and your meats. Make sure you have your greens, so any of those veggies or some other fruits. But also make sure you're having a variety of other colors as well. So some of the bright reds from fruits and veggies, oranges, blues. By adding the variety of colors, you are ensuring that you are adding a variety of nutrients to your diet. And all these nutrients are essential in healthy eating. So I first want to talk about fruit. So on average, they recommend having 1 to 2 cups of fruit per day. Now this is going to vary based on your age, your gender, or your level of physical activity. Fruit is naturally low in fat, sodium, and calories, and none have cholesterol. They're an excellent source of potassium, which helps maintain that healthy blood pressure. Fruit also is a great source of dietary fiber. Dietary fiber helps reduce blood cholesterol levels, which may lower the risk of heart disease. Fiber also aids in digestive health, helps keep you regular. And fiber-containing foods help provide a feeling of fullness with fewer calories. Now, whole or cut-up fruits are all sources of dietary fiber. One thing to keep in mind is that fruit juices themselves contain little to no fiber. Fruits also have vitamin C. This is important for growth and repair of body tissues. It helps heal cuts and wounds and keeps teeth and gums healthy. Fruits also have folate, which is folic acid. This helps the body form new red blood cells. Now, buying fresh fruit all the time can get kind of expensive, and living in the Midwest, it's not always in season. So great alternatives are to buy your fruit frozen, canned, or dried. And there are many ways to incorporate fruit into your diet. If you don't want to just grab a bowl full of fruit, you can add them to smoothies, yogurt, or even put them in your water. Now we're going to talk about vegetables. On average, they recommend having 1 to 3 cups per day. Again, this does depend on your age, your gender, and your level of physical activity. Vegetables are naturally low in fat and calories, and none have cholesterol. Vegetables are an excellent source of potassium, which again helps maintain that healthy blood pressure. They also are a great source of dietary fiber, which helps reduce blood cholesterol levels, aids in digestive health, so keeps you regular. And by eating fiber-containing veggies, this helps provide a feeling of fullness without all the extra calories. Veggies also have vitamin C, so it's important for growth and repair of your body tissues, as well as your iron absorption levels. They also have folate, folic acid, helps your body produce new red blood cells, and vitamin A. Vitamin A keeps eyes and skin healthy and helps protect against infections. So next we're going to talk about grains. And on average, they recommend 3 to 8 ounces each day. Again, depends on your age, your gender, and your level of physical activity. They also recommend that at least half of the grains you eat per day should be whole grains. Grains are an important source of dietary fiber, which helps keep you regular, helps lower blood cholesterol levels, which may reduce the risk of heart disease. They're an excellent source of several B vitamins. These B vitamins play a key role in metabolism, and they help the body release energy from protein, fat, and carbohydrates. They're also essential for a healthy nervous system. Grains are also an important source of minerals. Minerals such as iron, which is used to carry oxygen in the blood. They also contain magnesium, which is used in building bones and releasing energy from muscles. Next, I want to talk about protein. On average, they recommend 2 to 6.5 ounces per day. That is going to depend on your age, your gender, and your level of physical activity. You can get protein from meat, poultry, fish, eggs. You can also get protein from plant-based substances such as dry beans, peas, nuts, and seeds. Protein is important as it functions as a building block for bones, muscles, cartilage, skin, and blood. Protein also contains B vitamins, which help build tissue and aid in forming red blood cells. Vitamin E, which is important for vision and the health of your blood, brain, and skin. Iron, which is used to carry oxygen in the blood. Zinc, which helps support your immune system. And magnesium, which helps build bones and support muscle function. One thing to note is that seafood contains omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids can reduce your risk of cardiovascular disease. It is recommended to eat about 8 ounces per week. The last category I want to talk about is dairy. For adults, it is recommended to have at least 3 cups per day. Dairy is an important source of calcium, which is essential for building bones and teeth while you're young and maintaining that bone strength as you age. Dairy also has potassium, which helps maintain healthy blood pressure. You can find this in dairy milk and yogurt. Dairy also is an important source of vitamin D. Vitamin D functions in the body to maintain proper levels of calcium and phosphorus, helping build and maintain bones. You can also find some protein in different dairy products. In this next section, we're going to talk about what is deemed a superfood. So some of you may have heard the term superfood. It has definitely grown in popularity over the last few years. Superfoods are different types of foods that are packed with various nutrients. By adding superfoods to your diet, they can offer some very important nutrients that can power pack your meals, snacks, and they can further enhance a healthy eating pattern. There are many types of superfoods out there. For this presentation, I picked 5 different categories just to help you get started. So the first category is berries. Berries are high in fiber, antioxidants, and other disease-fighting nutrients. These include raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, and cranberries. The antioxidant capacity of berries is associated with a reduced risk of heart disease, certain cancers, and other inflammatory conditions. They can also help improve digestion. There are many different ways to include them. You can add them to yogurt, cereals, smoothies. You can also just take a bowl full of them and eat them. Oftentimes, living in the Midwest, fresh berries are not always an option, or if they are, they may go bad pretty fast. So one thing I can recommend is in the winter, go to the frozen section and buy them frozen. The next category are dark leafy greens. These are an excellent source of many nutrients, including vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, and fiber. These include kale, spinach, turnip greens, Swiss chard, and collard greens. They can potentially reduce your risk of chronic illnesses, including heart disease and type 2 diabetes. They also contain anti-inflammatory compounds that may protect against certain types of cancers. So there are many different ways you can include them into your diet. You can throw them into salads, add them to soups, stews, stir fries, or with kale and spinach particularly, you can add them to a fruit smoothie. The next category are nuts and seeds. These are rich in fiber, vegetarian protein, and heart-healthy fats. They include anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. One thing to note is that nuts and seeds can be calorie dense, but in moderation, They can be linked to weight loss if included in a balanced diet. Nuts include your almonds, pecans, pistachios, walnuts, cashews, and many others. Seeds include sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, and flax seeds. There are many ways to include them in your diet. You can add them to oatmeal or yogurt, or add them to any cooked veggies or salads. Next, I want to talk about olive oil. Olive oil is a principal fat source in what is called the Mediterranean diet. There are many benefits to olive oil. It may reduce inflammation and risk of certain illnesses such as heart disease and diabetes. The fats in olive oil are good for brain health as well. There are many ways that you can include olive oil into your diet. You can use in place of butter or margarine in pasta or rice dishes. You can use it as a dressing, drizzle over vegetables, or when sauteing different vegetables. The last category I want to talk about are whole grains. Whole grains are high in fiber, several B vitamins, and other minerals. Whole grains can help lower cholesterol and protect against heart disease and diabetes. Whole grains include oatmeal, quinoa, bulgur, wheat berries, and brown rice. There are many ways to include them. You can substitute bulgur, quinoa, or brown rice for a baked potato. One thing that I've started doing recently is if I make chicken, rather than putting it with pasta or white rice, I will just make up some quinoa and just put it on that. And quinoa you can make the same way you make rice. You can season it how you like and throw it in any dish. Sometimes if I make a stir fry, I can just throw a little bit of quinoa in there. That helps me get my grains in as well. One thing to note with the shopping for bread is make sure when you're looking at the bread, you look at the ingredients and it says 100% whole wheat flour. That's going to ensure that you get that whole grain. Here are a few healthy eating blogs that I've found through my research. So thehealthylittlepeach.com, the Lemon Bowl, and Sweet Peas and Saffron. You can go to any of these websites and you can kind of type in what you're looking for or search for any specific dishes using certain types of protein, or you're looking for lunch recipes, meal recipes, snack recipes, anything like that. You can find a variety of those on any of these blogs. The bottom line of this presentation is to make sure you're eating a variety of nutritious foods every day. So again, eat the rainbow. Try to make sure your plate isn't all one color every time you eat. Don't be afraid to try something new. One last thing, please remember that you don't have to make all these changes to your diet overnight. Just slowly add them into your diet. Thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this presentation, and I hope you have a great day.